Going on to you, Capricorn. So you have the Three of Swords, the Tower, and you have the Ten of Cups. So these three cards right here for you are about how um, you, uh, you Capricorns, um, there's a lot of Capricorn energy in this reading, and we're going to get to it. So look, the Three of Swords, the Tower, and the Ten of Cups is about you Capricorns actually learning how to become better from the difficulties. There's a sense of you Capricorns, understanding that with every level, regardless of how good you get, there's always a challenge. There's always a new challenge. And I've been talking about this for a while, right? Because it's the truth. This is something that I myself have noticed quite often, right? Is that every time I got to a better place, there was always a different challenge literally waiting for me, literally when I got to that point. And it's no different for you. The Three of Swords, excuse me, the Three of Swords right here for you Capricorns, it speaks to the level of kind of, the loneliness that some of you are feeling a little bit, because, the better you get is the better you get is the more you're going to realize that you are in the world because you exist, but you are not a part of it. And you can't be a part of it because the stupidity is too great. The dysfunction is too great. And it will get you on your nerves if you are not emotionally stable, right? It will really try your patience. And the thing is that the Tower and the Ten of Cups is about how, if you're essentially striving to reach the top, and when I say the top, I'm talking about if you are striving for excellence, right? Because that's something that we should all be doing. That's kind of what we're put on the earth to do. Find our own excellence, right? And get there at our own pace, right, without being lazy. But a lot of the times what happens is the species gets very lazy. And not only does the species get lazy, but we also, our ego gets in the way if we start doing a lot of dumb stuff. But the point that I'm trying to make here is the Tower and the Ten of Cups, right? There's that number 10, Capricorn being the 10th zodiac sign, if you're going clockwise. So, the point is that you are in a point where you understand that there's some things that about yourself that actually need to be let go of. And truth be told, there's a need for that because, sometimes you're not supposed to feel anything. This is why feeling is so dangerous all the time, because sometimes you're not supposed to feel anything. Sometimes you're supposed to be numb to your feelings by learning how to observe. Observation sometimes null of emotions is a good thing sometimes, because it allows you to observe the situation without being emotionally attached to any person that you're getting to know, right? You can't pick a good partner or a proper partner if you're emotional so much to the point where your emotions get in the way. This is why I keep saying that logic is not an indication of intelligence. Emotion is not an indication of intelligence. You need both. And then there comes a point where both logic and emotion don't even do the job. And the job is to essentially just observe. And this is something that a lot of the times people don't know how to do, which is to observe, right? We're either choosing we have to be active. We're either choosing to emote or we're choosing to be logical and to try to lead other people, right? But at the same time, who's leading the leaders, right? The observants, the people who can observe, lead, as well as follow. they're the ones that's actually doing the real leading over all else, right? Before they take action. And the thing with that is, you Capricorns have the world and the sun. I told you, it's a lot of Capricorn energy. Now, why is this a thing? Well, what does this mean? Well, this means that you Capricorns, right, you understand that, like in dating and everything else, when you reach to a new level, right, you have difficulties. So it's this question of, well, okay, you're striving to become real good. Why is it that, dating can be so difficult? Socializing can be so difficult. And I've talked about this a couple of times. I may post up a video in the comment section. If you want to see one, let me know. But talking about this as well. But like when because Lil Boozy or Boozy was talking, the rapper Boozy was talking about it, and he was talking about how when you real, a lot of people don't want to spend any kind of money with you. They'll ignore you. They don't want you around. It's the oddest stuff in the world. And he literally was speaking about the stuff that I was speaking about. Right? When you real, this is the scenario. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna post the video up and I'm gonna tell you the time stamps and everything, which you could specifically get it. But I was being very serious, Capricorn, when I said that the realer you become is the more people, the harder it is for people to rock with you, because people are fake. They're fickle. They're fake. They're not real with this thing. They're not real in the field. So the reason why it becomes harder, like you would think that the realer you are is the more people would be like, yeah, I'm tired of the fakeness. Absolutely, I'm gonna hang around this real individual, right? Because I'm tired of people lying to me, and I'm tired of being sold an illusion, right? This sugar is not real. It's artificial sweeteners. I want the real organic thing. Right? Or I want a different type of sugar that's not refined. You understand what I'm saying? They don't want that. So the world and the sun card speaks to how you have to learn to protect yourself. Not just physically, but psychically, right? Mentally, emotionally. You have to learn to protect yourself. You have to learn to gatekeep, right? Pay attention to what you Capricorns have got going on, because this is more so a reading of how, you striving you're striving to do better, but what you're seeing is a separation, a naturally occurring separation between yourself and others, where they're not interested in what you're interested in. They're not. You Capricorns may be interested in quantum physics. That's the geek in me, right? I went to college for STEM, but you may be interested in quantum physics. They not gonna understand quantum physics if they ain't study it. So now it's like it's this catch-22 of, yeah, you dating, and yeah, you looking for friends and everything like that. But then at the same time, it's like, unless these people are into it or they're willing to get into it, it's a dub. It's a no-go automatically. And you start becoming niche, where a person has to have a certain interest in this already, because you start becoming an acquired taste. It's either they have an interest in the proverbial example of the quantum physics, or if they don't and they're not trying to get into it, it's an automatic no, because they're not going to understand what in the world you're talking about. And because they're not going to be able to understand it, a lot of the times they'll take it personally, because they think that you Capricorns will say and do things to purposefully go over their head to make them feel stupid. They'll take that personally too. But they'll tell you to stop being emotional, but instead of them raising their IQ up, they'll take that personally. And then what they'll do is that they'll start to get upset with you, and then want to now start seeing your downfall as if that isn't emotional. You see how confused they are? So the Six of Swords and the King of Swords now is about how the Six of Swords is now about how you, and the King of Swords is about how you, Capricorns, now, you have to, it's different for you. You know, you got a lot of fake spiritualists out here, you know, and you see, this is how you can tell somebody is a fake spiritualist. How you gonna say that you really into the shadow work and really understanding yourself, but then at the same time, you are part of the pack. You are part of the agenda. Come on now. You're not going to do one of those two things. You're not going to do both of those things at once, because your spirituality is a natural deterrent from the agenda. You Capricorns are going to find that you're not going to be able to get along with your fellow brothers, your fellow sisters. You're not going to. Why? You're on a higher level. You are in the world, but not of it. You are not into the agendas. So all the people who get down with what's trendy, these are fake spiritualists. This is how you know that the spiritual work that they talking about, yeah, that's nothing but another delusion of grandeur. They're not real with it. Ooh, I shouldn't have said that. Now I'm getting into some real deeper stuff now. I told you, I said, y'all gonna find out how deep the rabbit hole goes, Capricorn. And because of the fact that, you know, you Capricorns are trying to date, but you're not quite being able to actually blend and make things work with a potential significant other, right? Someone that you're just getting to know. This is why. I have to explain to you why. This is why. Yes, you're getting to know some people. Problem, though, is you're not compatible. And the reason why you're not compatible is because you Capricorns are in the world, but you are not of it. You're in it. You exist. You are alive. But the agendas, y'all know what the agendas are. And the agendas is making people look worse out here. The agendas, they don't work. And part of the reason why they don't work is because that's spiritual protection. This is one of the indications you could tell that you real. You know that you real when you can't get down with a lot of people. You know that you real when you don't have a lot of friends. You know that you real when you are at odds with your environment. You know that you Capricorns are real when you in a situation where you not getting down with this Cardi B, Nicki Minaj, Beyonce. That type of stuff irritates you. The lack of knowledge irritates you. You talking to somebody and they sound stupid. You Capricorns getting to know somebody and y'all are dating this person, but then you figure out that this person is an idiot. They don't have an education to the squat that they're choosing to talk about. And at the same time, they're talking like they know so much when they're an idiot, because you can tell that's not the reality of the situation. Case in point, to give you an example of this, it's like people who call themselves dating coaches, but then they want to go ahead and talk about how it is that, pick up this cologne or whatever the case may be, cologne or perfume, and at this cologne or perfume, right? They talking to the guys, they talking about pick up this cologne, and this cologne right here will have you smelling real strong, real masculine. This will help you pick up chicks. The cologne scents that help you pick up chicks, the easiest is uni, not masculine. uni. That's how I know that these individuals, they don't know what they talking about right from the rip. Why? Because I know, first and foremost, I've had women admit they like uni the best. When a guy's wearing too strong cologne and it's too masculine or whatever the case may be, it stinks. The best smelling colognes, and it's the truth, the best smelling colognes are actually uni. So this is what so an example of that, right, is what I mean when I say that you Capricorns are in a space and you're getting into even more of a space where you realize you can't take a lot of these people seriously. You meeting people, but you can tell they doing too much because they talk so much, and you Capricorns know better, but you're willing to listen to what it is that they have to say. And they're talking, but the way that they're talking and what they're saying, you can tell, oh yeah, this person doesn't know what they're talking about. And it doesn't have anything to do with the way that they're talking. The information that they proclaim to be given, they don't know what they're talking about. Some people, you can tell that upon asking them some questions and examination, they don't know what they're talking about. They don't know what they're talking about because you asking them some questions and they fidgeting with the information and stuff like this. That's one of the ways that you can tell a person is a poop pipe. For all those people who are from New York, you know what that means. They are poop pipe because you can tell they've never actually went out and experienced the stuff that they choosing to talk about, to tell people. They just sitting up there telling people some nonsense. They feeding you the dog food. The Wheel of Fortune and the Seven of Pentacles for you Capricorn speaks to how, well, you Capricorns are seeing right through it, and you're seeing how they're faking it. They're lying to your face. They're not actually really real with this situation, and they're not. And then you have the High Priestess, which is all they can do, because the truth is all they can do to reel you Capricorns in is to get you to think that they're onto something valuable when in actuality they're not. The mystique of being a gangster, the mystique of being a gangster, an overly emotionally illiterate individual that has committed themselves to a life of crime. Stupidity. Pure stupidity. Let's clarify the High Priestess. You have the Five of Cups, the Three of Wands, the Two of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and the Three of Swords. Like I said before, too scared. The Five of Cups and the Three of Wands, a lot of them too scared to come at you the way that they naturally are because they're boring. They know that they're not on to anything. But you Capricorns are unfortunately the ones that have to find out that they're not on anything. Why is it that they just don't tell you that they're not on anything? You have to be the one to find out first-handedly that they're not on anything. The Two of Pentacles, the Knight of Swords, and then you have the Three of Swords. You Capricorns are at a point where they have to convince you to give them a try because now you Capricorns are the one in control. Y'all are the ones that are observing them, asking them questions. They're getting to know you, and the things that you Capricorns are about, you're about that. But you're finding out that the things that they say that they are about, or they act like they are about, they're not that. So it's a very interesting dynamic that a lot of you Capricorns are starting to see how you're real, certified, but most of the people that you are trying to get to know, even on a romantic level, you can see why your relationships from the past didn't work as it should have, because they wasn't even real to begin with. They were faking, acting like they were something that they wasn't. So that's it for now. I'm trying to make my YouTube channel grow to 20,000 subs. Please, we're at 13,564. Smash the subscribe button, smash the like button, hit the notification bell, set the notification bell to all so you can be notified whenever I drop my videos.